journey. Number one thing is associating yourself with the proper people. That goes a long way. Uh, just because of the fact of business-minded people have a different way of looking at life as far as seeing certain challenges, and then it's just okay, cool. That's a challenge. How are we gonna overcome that? And having those type of people around you is actually good. It's been a blessing for me. This is one of those persons. You might know him. That car looks a little bit familiar. I don't know. We were right here on the car there, and when we first started, we were also on there. That was one of his cool goals. I was on board with that. Now, a little bit of background about myself. Complete Dryer Event Services, that's our company. We started it in 2016 of January. My background is I was a Maytag repairman. Out of 4,000 service technicians in the nation, and I actually have to look because I don't remember. In 2015, out of 4,000 service techs, I was number two in the nation. That wasn't good enough for me. As soon as the Whirlpool rep said, "Hey, you're number two out of 4,000 in the nation," I said, "What? Who was number one?" It turned out to be a small outfit out of South Carolina that only had like six appliance technicians at the time. By then, the company that I was working for, Fields Appliance Services, had grown from seven technicians to like about 30. So I looked at this Whirlpool rep and I said, okay, cool. I'm number one for a company who has 30 technicians or more. Because it's a whole different animal. He goes, nope, Gus, it's not a weighted scale. You're still number two. Sorry. So, with that being said, I was in the top 1% 4 years later, and all the way to 2018. To this day, nobody has been able to do that, to be in the top 1% 4 years in a row. I look back at my life, and I don't brag upon that, but it's like, gee, how'd that happen? It's because of my personality, it's because of the type of person that I am. I love telling customers the hows and whys. Unfortunately, user manuals, anybody that's had any appliance, when you open up an appliance manual, for units that have this, for units that have that feature that, you don't know what you're looking at. So that's how I transitioned over to doing dryer vent cleaning. Basically, it was I was a Maytag guy telling customers, hey, there's nothing wrong with your dryer. You just need your dryer vent cleaned. This is going to date me a bit because I would just tell people to call Sears, and then came to a point where people would say, hey, Sears isn't doing that anymore. And that's when we started doing it in 2016. So, being a process person the way that I am, even if you're small, all of our technicians are certified by the Chimney Safety Institute of America specifically for dryer vent cleaning. So we are a dedicated dryer vent specialist. We'll do anything that your dryer vent needs, not just simply cleaning it. We'll also do rebuilds, we'll do new installations, and we'll do new construction as well. Um, that has given us some good opportunities as far as networking is concerned. People have been impressed. This is the actual Copperfield Academy. This is one of our vendors. For next year, they're going to fly me around to seven different locations, and they're going to have me speak to other dryer vent cleaners in the nation. This will be the second year that we do that. This was actually in Gainesville when we were doing that, and you get to meet cool people. Networking, I know some people might be introverts and stuff like that. If you're trying to get your business going, you need to forget about that. You need to network with cool people because it will be uplifting for you. This guy over here on the bottom left corner, that guy repels out of the side of skyscrapers to clean dryer vents. I'm not doing that. But this guy right here, this is a cool story. He was just looking and he was just looking and he went in the trailer and he looked at everything. By the way, guys, my ribbon cutting is going to be immediately after this. You guys will be able to see it. And he wasn't saying very much, you know. Everybody was talking, asking questions. Hey, what's this for? What's that? And then he comes up to me once everybody got done. He goes, Gus, I've been doing this for 44 years. I've never seen anything like this before. That is very nice. That's very impressive. To me, that was a yes. We're doing something right. Why is that? Well, because when you show up to customers' homes, everybody wants to get paid top dollar, right? I don't know how we are in time, but that's one of the key things that I really want to talk about is for new businesses. Do not think that just because you're a new business, well, I can't charge that. Oh, I can't charge anywhere near that. Think about, hey, can you provide the same quality of service and maybe even something more at the same rate or slightly above? Because that's what we did from day one. We were never fighting to the bottom. I actually looked at guy that was certified in Lake County, saw what he was charging, and we've been raising our prices ever since. But a lot of times I'll hear that from business owners that are new, and they say, well, you know what, I would love to charge that much, but I'm just starting. Oh, I don't have that equipment. Well, guys, it's a matter of your process can go ahead and overshine any equipment, because sometimes people do have the big expensive equipment, but they don't use it correctly. So whatever industry that you're in, think about that. Do I really need that big expensive piece of equipment, or can I go ahead and provide something possibly a little bit better and give more value to the customer? So here we're actually doing installation of a microwave installation that goes through the roof, goes from rectangular to round through the roof. And this is where being here, networking with focused people that are trying to grow their business will help you a ton. If you notice, this says always a sweep chimney and dryer vent service. We're at my customer's house. That's our truck over here. We're at this customer's house right here. Why are we both there? Gus, that's always a sweep. That's your competitor. That is my best referral partner behind appliance technicians. Appliance technicians still got the number one spot. Um, Olivia. So the reason why we're great referral partners is because in the state of Florida, I cannot install that roof termination. You have to be either a roofing contractor or you have to be a licensed contractor. The great relationship that we have with Always the Sweep. He also has a company called Always Home Repair. He has a licensed contractor. I'll go ahead and have him come on out. He'll install that for me. I go ahead and pay him. I do everything else. And at the same token, I'm talking him up with my customer. Hey, if you need anything else done in your house, they can go ahead and help you do it. So this right here was the final results. They actually had a handyman doing some sheetrock work. So he was going to box that up. I don't know if they were going to go wood or if they were going to go ahead and do it with sheetrock. But that was the final result of that. So we get asked a lot, what do you got that big old trailer for? You're just doing dryer vent cleaning. Well, you guys are going to see it today. Um, I started with a little 4x6 open trailer. I had a compressor on there. I wish I had more pictures of that. And this is what it's evolved to. So basically, it's a matter of being prepared to do the job correctly. If you notice right here, when we do our attic repair work in general tends to be something that can easily be shoddy just because of the environment that you're in, especially in the summertime. So we do things to address that. We have our big old blower here pumping in cool air into the attic. And if you notice, this guy here, this is Giovanni. He's wearing a cold suit. You motorcycle guys might know exactly what this is, because that's what it's for. It has cold water and ice inside there, and it's recirculating through this vest that he has on. That goes ahead and it provides us the ability to do great quality work. Um, how often should I clean my dryer vent? It should be at least a year. I'm gonna just briefly go through all of this, and then we'll get to the Q&A. Sure, you can go ahead and do your dryer vent cleaning yourself, but be prepared. There are consequences when you do that. And these are some of the consequences here. This customer went ahead and had a drill, and he had a ladder, and he went ahead and he ran it through there, and he kept feeding rods and feeding rods. I'm so happy he did not tear any other electrical stuff apart, and then he gave us a call. When he saw what we charge, he's like, you know what, you guys deserve every penny of that. Being that I'm the Maytag man and I got the background, we also go ahead and clean the inside of the dryer. This is a separate service. In manufacturer, if you look in your book, they actually recommend that you get this done. Uh, People think that your appliance repair guy would do it. As a former appliance repair guy for Maytag, I will tell you that they are there to fix. They're really not there to clean. When we clean your dryer vent, it's expensive, but it ends up looking brand new. Realtors. I heard we got a lot of realtors in the room here. I make realtors look good. I make realtors look better. And this is how we do this. So typically with realtors, what happens is on a home inspection, you will have dryer vent cleaning come up. Right when you're closing, it's a big issue. You're scrambling trying to get somebody to get the job done correctly. We document everything with pictures and we do a written report. And I tell realtors, hey, sure, no problem. We'll even get you before and after airflow readings. No, 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 you don't understand. The house is closing. There's not even a washer and dryer there. I know. I will still provide you with before and after airflow readings. Why are you going to do that? We have equipment to do it. So that's what this is right here. This actually goes ahead and pumps air, mimicking a dryer. It also takes the actual pressure reading of the system as well. This is a vein anemometer taking the airflow reading, and then we can also go ahead and run a camera through there. Now think about this: if you're a realtor at the closing table and you present this, you're presenting a package with a written report with pictures of everything. There is no doubt. Hey, did they get that dry vent clean, or did they just get the landscape guy to put a leaf blower, 150 mile per hour leaf blower there and just blow it all out? So those are several other things that we do. I'm getting the signal now for questions.
30 seconds.
All right. Now the commercial side. I always say that dryer vent cleaning is right here. So this is the doggy parlor. Dryer vent cleaning is typically out of sight, out of mind. Why? Because my dryer's drying fine. How long have you been in the house? When is the last time you had your dryer vent cleaned? In businesses, it's even worse because now you have employees throwing stuff in the dryer. They want to go home. Maybe they tell you, hey, boss, that dryer's not working right. Maybe you call an appliance technician. He says, oh, yeah, it's fine. And then you keep on going until there's a big problem. This customer right here was getting their dryer vent cleaned every single month. We have got them now to every 6 months, I believe, and that's a doggy daycare. So basically, it's a matter of not everybody is the same. New construction. This is a charitable project that we were going to do. However, the way that the plans were drawn up by the architect, it wasn't code compliant. So you cannot vent the dryer out over here because that's where the actual walkway is. And then I think that we're going to vent it this way because this is a non-operable window, which that will allow you to put a dryer vent in this area. However, inside the laundry room, which is right here, here's your unoperable window on that side, it would eat up a lot of space. So beautiful home, realtors, right? Everybody thinks about what? What's the kitchen look like? What's the master bathroom look like? Nobody thinks about, hey, how's that dryer vented? So that's one thing that we're doing with new construction. It's way easier for us to go ahead and get that done when it's new. That's the commercial stuff. All right, Q&A.